The Harder family lives here in Saskatoon, and their spring landscaping project in their City Park neighborhood resulted in some unexpected guests from Middle Earth moving in. CBC's Emma Kramer-Roger went to find out more.
My name is Dr. Scott Harder.
Anne-Marie Harder.
My name is Nathan Harder. They moved in a couple of months ago.
So the project has started as our landscaping project a year ago, just for water drainage, and we had a lot of leftover soil that was piled up at the beginning of this spring.
It's something that kind of happened a little bit as a coincidence. What do you know? We had this landscaping project on the go, and then suddenly we have hobbits move in. You know, all of us, we were working together on this project to help put together their lovely little garden, because hobbits are fantastic gardeners.
We've later found out their names are Lily and Raven Took, distant relation to Pippin, and they've been lovely neighbors. They garden lots and have done some amazing things out here in the yard.
And they do a lot of research. They sit in there and they read a lot. And at night, when it gets there's a solar panel. They're eco hobbits, and at night their solar panel turns on lights on the inside, and that's when they can do a lot of writing and their dishes and things like that.
We have the little mailbox there that the hobbits, they like to write letters, and so of course we have lots of kids in the neighborhood that have started correspondence letters with these hobbits, asking about their lifestyle and what they eat, and if they could come over for a visit for tea and whatnot.
Yeah, I got that last time.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
But remember, you don't want to knock too hard, because if you don't, they might...
We have had so many kids actually writing and leaving letters for the hobbits, and that the hobbits have been replying to them. They've been sharing a lot of their letters with us and asking advice, but they really love the City Park neighborhood, and are hopeful that they'll have more members of their family from the Shire move.
Mm-hmm. Like even
we have lots
collection of letters.
Yeah, well, actually, even with the...
They're so sweet. We read these letters, and they're just an absolute joy to read. And we're so fortunate that the Hobbits share them with us. This is two little girls. Dear Hobbit, I love your house. It is so cute. We have, if we were fairies, we would come for some tea with you. Please write. We had one little girl. She's left us a number of letters. This is one of her letters. She says, "Dear Lily Took, thank you so much for answering my letter. When I checked your mailbox, I was so happy. I had one question. How are you related to Pippin? Me and my mom are on the second book of Lord of the Rings. We read it and watched The Hobbit and the first Lord of the Rings. Pippin is my favorite." And then we've had a very 21st century letter given to us by this little 5-year-old that wanted to know if the hobbits were he's, she's, or thems. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that is so cool. So the hobbits, they happen to have a cousin that's in Manitoba that's a them. So we got to go on a bit of discussion that way, just lightly touching on these things. But you can see that these kids there, they want to relate and connect and communicate. And that's been a great aspect of this.
Yeah, why can't they come out?
They're very
They might not be home. They might be out having coffee this
I feel like I've heard them, but it's strange to see them coming around the neighborhood. Like, I tried to knock on the door to see if they'll answer and say hi last time, but they came out to deliver a message at our house, because at home they brought a message. If they walk around to the neighborhood, I'll keep my eye out.
Why when they gave them shells, why did they put them in?
My name is Griffin. I came here to see this little house.
And what kind of house is it?
A hobbit house.
What do you think they do?
Just drink coffee and eat seashells.
And eat they eat seashells.
Yeah, because the shell's in the pot.
That's it's been a nice little pick-me-up every day. We have these families that keep walking by, and they want to see what's been going on with the house and how it's been developing, and there's always something a little new going on. Sometimes we have kids that have been bringing tools for the hobbits as well.
They left some Ritz crackers, which the hobbits found huge, even though they were mini.
It has been just delightful to see how many people have stopped by to comment and just the laughs, the smiles, the lot of positive feedback about the hobbits being in the front yard.
One thing is, it's good just when you're dealing with this type of isolation. It's great to keep busy doing something.
And especially with so much isolation right now and people almost being afraid to interact, it's been really nice to see people getting out and just enjoying the outdoors and having that a little bit of social contact.
Well, I just look forward to seeing what is going to come up in the letters. I mean, most of the letters that have been going on now are just introduction letters, and the first time they're like, oh my god, you guys have such a wonderful house, and do you want to come over to visit our place? Like, it'd be so great. Or when I knock, do you want to like open the door and answer?
And we're just very glad that it wasn't orcs that moved in.
That was a Harder family from City Park here in Saskatoon. During their spring landscaping project, they discovered a Hobbit home in their front yard. Neighborhood children have been corresponding with the Hobbits through letters. And I have to compliment the Took family, the Hobbits, because it sounds like they're taking their physical distancing seriously, staying home in the evening, working on their letters to the kids.